Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stevens Fieldhouse. Scott Heinley and Brent Johnson with you for the call of tonight's game. Buena Vista versus Wartburg on a special Valentine's Day broadcast. And as we look at this game, BV comes in ranked third in the conference, and the Wartburg Knights women are on a roll. They've won their last 8 games, and they're tied for second in the conference, along with BV with a 9-2 record. And Brent, as we look at tonight's contest, what are some of the keys to victory that we're going to have to know of?
Right now we got for the BV women, one, they got to run a smooth offense. In practice, they haven't been running their offense as smoothly as they'd like to. Right when they come out of the game, they got to start with a little patience for their offense good. The second thing we got for them is they got to play their game. You know, they can control the tempo of this game. They're at home. Wartburg is maybe not up to their caliber, and they can do it. For Wartburg, on their side, no turnovers. They're a young team. They're starting 3 sophomores. They got to eliminate their turnovers in order to stay in the game. They have to shoot well. They haven't been shooting well as a team. They don't have much for outside shooting right now, so they have to improve their shooting. And 3, they're a very physical team, so they got to play physical with BB and put a lot of pressure on the BB players.
That's right. And talking to Coach Berry, she does expect this to be a fast-paced game. Wartburg will press, and they will not try to slow down the tempo. So it should be a fun game to watch, and you got the best seat in the house. Stay tuned. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. And we'll take a quick look at the conference standings here for the women. And right now it looks pretty tight. Leading the conference, Luther is 8-1. You see Luther and BV tied for second. If BV can win this game, Brent, it will go a long way. This game's got a lot of playoff implications, as we said. You got Loras in fourth place at 6-3, along with Central, and then the rest of them are pretty much out of the playoff picture. But as I talked to Coach Barry earlier yesterday, she was really concerned about this game. Wartburg, as we mentioned, is on a roll. They've won their last 8 games, and that's scary for a coach when you have a team that's got a lot of momentum built up and they come into your place. They really have a lot of confidence. So right now we'll give the starting lineups. First of all, for BV, at forward, 5'10 junior Stephanie Grono, and also at forward, Lori Hopkins. She's a 5'10 junior. And at center, Teresa Breifogel, a senior. And the guard court looks like this. Keely Bowman, a 5'6 junior, and Heather Mackey, a senior. And for Wartburg, the forwards look like this. Dawn Mathias and Holly Wokow, they're both seniors. And the center, Jennifer Nettleton, a 6-foot sophomore. The guard court is Emily Bailey and Jill Bathke, and they are also both sophomores. So this Wartburg team, Brent's kind of young. They start 3 sophomores and 2 seniors, and
yeah, they're probably young, but they probably have a lot of experience. I'm sure that those sophomores that we see starting probably saw a lot of playing action their freshman year. You got 2 returning seniors, both in the forward position. They can offer their senior leadership and their assistance when they need it. I think an important point to point out is that BB right now is ranked number 3 in Division III West region. Very strong ranking, very strong. But we also got to keep in mind Wartburg is coming in. Like I said, winning 8 in a row. Right now they're tied with BB for second place in the conference. There would be nothing more that when Wartburg would like to come in and beat BB on its home court, because BB did the same thing to them earlier this year by going to Wartburg and beating them on their home court.
And Wartburg grabs the opening tip. And there's Mona with the steal. She gets it to Bowman. Right away, the Beavers got a fast break. There's Lori Hopkins for a long 3-point shot. No good. There's the offensive rebounding that BB's been so good at throughout the season. Grono with the shot in the lane, and she's able to get the first 2 points of the game. So
nice move there by Steph. She saw an opening there in the middle of the lane. She took it right to the basket, and nice basket. Nice job there, Steph, recognizing that there was an open in the lane and took it right to the hoop and got an easy 2. Good offensive board there by Mackey.
Here's Lori Hopkins driving to the lane, and she thought she might have got fouled, but no call. Wartburg does a good job denying the layup on the fast break.
BB starting off with a man-to-man defense, which is pretty common for BB. I haven't seen too many zones throughout this year, so Coach Barry really seems to like the man-to-man defense.
The shot no good by Wartburg, but Coach Barry will occasionally change it up to show him a different look, and as we mentioned, she'll bring 5 new players off the bench to give that team another look. Grono fakes a 3-point shot.
We saw a couple of weeks ago when BB was playing, they did a lot of full court pressure. They did a lot of that, and I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to do that tonight, but I guess the game will tell.
Bowman takes a 15-foot shot. She's just off. There's 3 black shirts in there for the rebound for Wartburg. That's one of the things we mentioned. Wartburg's a big and they're a physical team, and as you know, BB's one of the most physical teams in all of the Iowa Conference because they have that height on them. So Wartburg really matches up pretty well with this Buena Vista team.
Yeah, as you look at the court right now, I don't see any one player too much taller than anybody else. Teresa Breifogel might be the tallest out there right now, but otherwise everybody else pretty much matches up. Here we see Wartburg going with the early four-court pressure.
And Wartburg is coached by Monica Severson. They're not going to be afraid to push it up tempo against BB. Sometimes, of course, BB a couple weeks ago was leading the nation in scoring, as you see Breifogel no good on the layup. But BB was leading the whole nation in scoring. Some teams are maybe trying to slow it down, but now Wartburg, they're going to try to run with BB, so we'll see how that goes.
Steph Grono with a 3. I haven't seen her shoot a 3 in quite a long time. I think that's what you have to do for Wartburg, though, coming into somebody else's home gym. You got to step it up, and you can't be afraid to come right off the bus and play a tough ball game.
And Wartburg's going to regain possession on that as you look at Coach Barry as she makes her first substitution of the game. Ashley Reynolds was going to go in for Lori Hopkins, who takes a seat.
We've seen a lot of physical play so far. I think that the girls might be get a little bit more tired in this game. We're getting kind of later into the season. You know, you've gone through a lot of practices and a lot of games, and now if you play a Wartburg team that's real physical, you might see a lot of substitutions tonight.
Wartburg gets the ball into their center, Jennifer Nettleton, and the sophomore from Algona is able to get the first 2 points on the board for the Knights. Blackfellow lost it out of bounds that time, so that's the first turnover of the game for the Beavers.
I think that's what we're talking about with the keys to victory with BB having to play their game. You know, they just got to slow it down when they come down, look for the right opportunities, you know, not exactly push it when they don't need to, and there might have been a chance where they could have slowed it up a little bit.
And Jill Bafke is fouled on the shot by Heather Mackey. It's the first team foul for the Beavers. We're just underway here at Stevens Fieldhouse. 16:52 to go, first half. Your score is 2-2. Bafke hits the first free throw.
We should be really looking for a good game tonight. Everybody come on out. If you're sitting at home or in your dorm, come on down to the game and support your Buena Vista Beavers.
Bafke makes both free throws to give Wartburg a 4-2 lead. And here's Michelle Brazda, who's checked in for the first time. The give to Reynolds, and Reynolds connects on a three-point shot. Ashley Reynolds, sharpshooter for BB, makes it a 7-5 game. Now the scoreboard's, I think the scoreboard's messed up. We'll get a check on that later. Abby Rose now into the game as well. And dishes to Ashley Reynolds, and good job of Reynolds running the floor that time.
Great pass by Abby. Great pass right over top of a defender. Put it right in the right spot. Nice pass. A lot of times in those fast break situations, you only give credit to the person that makes the basket. And really, a lot of times you got to give a lot of credit to the person making the pass. You know, it's that pass that sets up the opportunity to make the easy basket. I think right now what you're talking about, I think the refs are figuring out that maybe the scoreboard's not quite right. They're having a little conference or a little discussion going on the sideline.
Yeah, the scoreboard, after Reynolds hit that three, they gave the points to Wartburg. And then on the free throw, they gave the points to BV. So we'll get that straightened away. Right now it's showing BV's up 7-6. And that is the correct score. Rose pass is intercepted by Nettleton.
Wartburg making a lot of noise on the defensive end, a lot of yelling out passes, and that kind of causing some disruption for the BB players. A lot of coaches like to get their players involved on the bench by yelling out on the defense. Yelling out on the defense.
Matthias.
The different plays are going on.
Dawn Matthias no good on the baseline shot. Here's BB fast breaking. Rowe, nice dish to Reynolds. And Ashley's not able to make the easy lay-in. Reynolds already with 5 points on the night. Emily Bailey nails a three-point shot. So now Wartburg is up 9-7.
Wartburg still playing that full-court defense.
There's Michelle Brazda getting position on Nettleton. Michelle Brazda named Conference Player of the Week back in January. And that's remarkable for a player that comes off the bench. There's Brazda. Nice touch.
Good look inside.
Shot clock's down to 15. BB's playing pretty tough man-to-man. But Matthias is able to get into the paint and hit that one. Wartburg's still up by 2. Braza driving baseline. She gets a shot to foul. So Michelle Braza's heating up. She's got the last 2 field goals for the Beavers.
If you look on the inside gamers, it's quite physical. There's a lot of shoving and pushing going on there. I don't know if the people at home can see that, but there's a lot of pushing going on the inside.
And Jennifer Nelson did a great job of getting position that time and was able to spin for the lay-in. But that's what we said off the get-go of the show, Brent. We knew it was going to be physical inside, and that was one of the keys to victory for Wartburg. And Brazda, that's her 3rd straight field goal. And we're tied at 13. This is looking to be a great game here, Brent.
We saw Keely Bowman there with the assist. She right now is in the Iowa Conference. She is leading. She's had the single game high in assists. She had 11 against Dubuque. So Keely Bowman getting herself in the record book so far.
And a whole host of substitutions are coming into the game right now. We'll set the lineups for you after we go to a field report down on the floor by Ryan Harder. Ryan.
Thanks, Scott. Looking at tonight's game, it seems pretty evenly matched. No matter who you ask, pretty much decided that this is going to be a pretty even matchup between the 2 teams. But BV definitely has seniority on their side. As you can tell, three out of BV's 5 starters are juniors, and the other 2 are seniors, whereas 3 of Wartburg's starters are sophomores. So BV definitely does have seniority on their side, and that could play a factor in tonight's game. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ryan. With 13:19 to go first half, your score is 13-13. And right now, Wartburg's putting on the full court pressure. And they come up with a steal on Abby Rowe. With the steal, that was number 11, Laura Winkelson. Winkelson on the shot, and she's able to get it to go. So Wartburg takes the lead again, and what we're seeing right now is a seesaw battle pretty much in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Right now we're seeing a very strong Wartburg team coming here into Storm Lake and doing a nice job on BV's home court.
And Ashley Reynolds, she does throw it away. Heather Mackey was forced out of bounds and just had to get rid of it that time.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see BV going to full court press since Wartburg's doing the same thing to them. We'll have to see after the next main basket.
And the foul is going to be on Michelle Brazda as Lori Hopkins checks in for Reynolds. Wartburg to inbounds behind their own basket.
Right now we saw BV switching to a zone. They got a 2-3 zone. I like to talk about early, switching it up, giving them a different look.
There's Mary Jo Viba, who's checked into the game, and she gets in the scoreboard. Wartburg up by 4 now. Rose pass is too hard for Hopkins, and that's another turnover. Wartburg will take over.
It was a nice try, a nice pass, just missed, right off the fingertips. Right here we see BV going to the full court pressure. We saw this against Simpson when Simpson and BV played a lot of the full court defense. Maybe that's a new trend in the Iowa Conference.
And remember, there's no 10-second call in the women's game. They have the full 30-second shot clock to get the ball across the center court line. And I believe we have a travel. Nope.
I think we're going to get the foul first. Looks like Teresa Bryfogle on that one.
I thought she shuffled her feet. Well, turnovers are playing a big part so far in the first half. BB's got 5 compared to Wartburg's 3, and that's why you see the 4-point lead for the Knights so far. Thanks, Sean Erickson, our stat man, for that one. Ewing Michaels misses a shot, so.
You see Wartburg doing a nice job shooting on the outside.
On the kids right here.
This is going to be the first foul on Wartburg.
Going to try to get the ball to Steph Gronow, I think, on the screen here. There's a screen, but good defense by Wartburg.
As you can see on the inbounds pass, all inbounds plays always have your main.
Oh, Good job by Bradford with double teams. He's able to split it and get the layup in. There's Wartburg going deep, and Breifogel didn't see it.
To repeat what I was going to say on the inbounds pass, there's always a one key player trying to get the ball to for the quick and easy basket. When you can't find that player, then you always find the release player, and that happened at that time. It had to be Keely Bowman.
So early on, we're seeing both teams go to their bench. Right now, Wartburg's has 3 new players in that didn't start. And for BV, right now they have basically their starting lineup in. They do have their starting lineup in.
Wartburg's dug deep into their bench right now. There's only 2 players on their bench that haven't seen any playing action. So I think that's got a lot to do with the defensive style they're using. Very aggressive defensive style.
Yeah, so when you play an up-tempo team like the Beavers, you're going to have to use your bench because comes late in the second half, you're going to need your players fresh. Breifogel is fouled on the shot.
No, I think they're actually going to give 3 seconds on Teresa.
Well, that'll give BB a chance to set up their press anyway. And Verba throws it away. Today's broadcast of the BV Wartburg basketball doubleheader is sponsored by Silkscreen Inc. of Storm Lake. Silkscreen Inc. supplies products to customers nationwide and can help unify your organization with a wide variety of shirts and hats that can be printed in many colors. See the friendly people at Silkscreen Inc. for all your screen printing needs. And a reminder, stay tuned. At the end of each game tonight, we'll be announcing our Silkscreen Inc. Player of the Game. This award goes to the player who's instrumental in leading their team to victory. Mackey gets the steal, broad sheet, double dribbled, so the ball goes right back to the Knights.
Seeing some really physical play. Steph Grono got tangled up with the Wartburg player just on that last possession and got knocked to the ground by number 40, Christy Lowell. So they were getting into it. Just a lot of pushing and shoving going on the inside. BB sticking to the 2-3 zone.
And an offensive rebound by Wartburg. Can't take advantage of it. And the foul is on Verba. Lori Hopkins. Coach Allgood throwing her hands up in the air and is exasperated about something.
I think why we're seeing BV go into that 2-3 zone is to force Wartburg to shoot. Usually when they go to zone it takes out the inside play and it forces the players, their outside shooters, to pick up the slack.
.9:52 to go, first half. Keely Bowman pulls up. That's one thing you're going to see Keely Bowman do a lot of. She'll either fake that three-point shot and then drive into that nice 15-foot shot, mid-range shot that she's so good at. Good trap, and Breifogel was able to get the steal.
Nice job there. Nice job by the double team of Mackey and Grono to help set up that steal. I think we're seeing BB settle down right now and play within their game. I think they can definitely...
Oh, you see that quick first step by Breifogel. That's rarely do you see that from a center on the team, but Breifogel, of course, is a defending high jump champion in Division III from last year, and she can run. She's got a pretty quick first step as well.
That really surprises a lot of players. You're thinking, center, she won't be able to take that first quick step, and right there she went right by the Wartburg player.
Of course, Teresa is going to be missing tomorrow night's game at Upper Iowa. There's Keely Bowman who pulled up for that 10, 15-foot shot again, Brent. This time she wasn't able to get it. BV now still in their 2-3 zone with Reynolds and Bowman on top. And Bathke is able to get underneath for the easy lay-in. 21-17, Wartburg.
I think we see BB's strategy here to get the ball in real quick to avoid that pressure, and they're doing a nice job of that so they can get the ball right up the court and don't have to deal with Wartburg's full court pressure.
Reynolds trying to get the ball in the Grono, but Wartburg is doing a really nice job of packing the ball in there. Not letting BB get the ball in the paint, which is really what opens this offense up.
I think they're trying to force I think also Wartburg's trying to force our outside shooters to do the same thing. They want Ashley Reynolds and Keely Bowman to shoot that 10 to 15 footer and force them to make it. It's a good game plan by both teams. I really think you're seeing a good defensive plan. And they both know each other quite well.
And that's important to know. They both know each other quite well. This is the second time around in the conference, so each of these teams have seen each other before. They know exactly what they're going to do, and it's just a matter of executing the game plan. Rowe with another offensive rebound. Abby Rowe, 2 offensive rebounds, can't get either layup to go. Great job by Buena to save the ball, and Michelle Brazda gets the layup and the foul. She'll be shooting one. And Chancellor has cut the Wartburg lead to 1 right here. If Brazda can hit this free throw.
I think this is the momentum BB's looking for. They could really use a boost. Right now they're down 21-19. I'm sure they wouldn't like anything more than going in to lead into the halftime. And right now if they can get a little push here.
Brazda connects on the free throw. She's got 9 points already in the game, so she's got almost half of the offense for the Beavers.
Nice job by Rowe to deflect that pass. Wartburg missed an opportunity. They had Jennifer down low and didn't get the pass in.
Abby Rowe's going to take the baseline shot, hits it right away. So just like that, BB's up 22-21. 7:50 to go first half.
What a great game we got going on right now.
We don't see too many when we do the women's games. Usually it's a 30-point blowout on the
I think Wartburg got by Holly there. She got by with an extra step. A deep pass.
Good job by Rowe to come back for that one. Wartburg now in a 2-3 zone. Tough defense.
Oh, nice move by Steph. Nice
As she traveled, that's why it was a nice move.
Steph not real happy about the call. I guess it was too good to be true.
And Coach Severson is really using her bench right now. Every player has played except for 2, as you mentioned. Just keeping her players fresh for the second half. Nettleton up top, running the high post offense. Matthias with the shot, and they're going to call a foul. Coach Berry doesn't like it. There was 8 seconds left on the shot clock. It was a real good job of defense by the Beavers.
The refs have really set the tempo of this game. They're not going to allow any physical contact whatsoever. They've called every chance there would have been some contact. So right now I think the refs are setting the tone. They're saying, hey, let's keep off each other. Right now we see both teams each have 5 fouls. So there's 10 fouls already with 7 minutes left to go in the first half. So I think all night we're going to see that.
On the line is Dawn Matthias, the 5'9" senior from Plainfield, Iowa. She connects on the first one. She hits both to put Wartburg up by 1.
Dawn has a very high arcing shot, almost like what they call a rainbow shot, but they go in.
Brazda, tough shot, and that time she's way off. Call another walk on BV, so it's another turnover. Well, Honeykiss Pizza is a proud sponsor of tonight's BV Wartburg basketball doubleheader. Honeykiss Pizza offers delivery to Buena Vista and Storm Lake for your convenience. Why don't you call us 732-2222 right now, and you could be enjoying a hot, fresh pizza delivered right at your doorstep before halftime. So stop by and pick it up or call and have it delivered. Honeykiss Pizza, the best pizza in town. And reminder, at the end of the game tonight, we'll be giving the Honeykiss Pizza Off the Bench Contributor Award. .15 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Right there we see the call again. The referees are not going to put up with any physical contact whatsoever. We saw a BV retreat from the full court pressure, but Wartburg is sticking with it. And like we were talking about before, they've used their whole bench except for 2 players. And they bought 13 players with, so they've used 11 different players in the first half. You don't see that too much.
Well, it's rarely that teams have that luxury of going to their bench because the talent level will drop off so much when you get down past usually number 8. But apparently with both of these clubs, they do have that luxury, and that's probably a big reason why they are tied for second in the conference right now, Brent.
Both teams do have a very deep bench. You're exactly right. If you don't have that luxury of going deep, then you maybe you're on the bottom of the division. But both teams, they can go 8 to 10 people deep and not lose anything. There's no real drop off, and so it's a great thing to have.
shot by Bailey, and she can't get up to rattle in, but offensive board by Matthias. No good. Braza out with the rebound.
Unbelievable rebound. 3 Wartburg players around her. She still got it.
Michelle Braza is always around the ball. And here's Ashley Reynolds. She's going to fire for her second three-point shot of the game. Ashley Reynolds has 8 points now tonight.
Ashley Reynolds was standing down there for a good 10 seconds all by herself wanting to get the ball. BB looking to push it up the court.
But it's another turnover.
Don Mathis getting in the way of that pass. BB switch, now they're back to man-to-man. This makes it real tough on the Wartburg point guards. They got to be able to recognize the defense and switch their offense from the zone to the man-to-man.
Wartburg's using a little bit of shot clock right now. It's down to 9. And good job by Breifogel to get that steal. Just under 5 minutes to play first half. Alicia Highland's now checked into the game, number 23. Abby Rowe with an off-balance shot. It gets it to fall. The freshman from Keosauqua has got points on the board.
Abby not scared to put it up there. I think that's why she's getting a lot of playing time.
Ashley Reynolds committed the personal foul. That's
12 total team fouls.
That's only BB's 6, so the next one will put Wartburg in the bonus. Substitutions coming in on both sides. For BB, it's Mackey, Breifogel, Drono, Hopkins, and Bowman. So right now, BB's going with their big physical lineup. Bowman really the only true guard in there.
I think Coach Berry's looking for more rebounds. We haven't seen BB with a lot of offense or defensive rebounds. I think she wants her players to block out a little better, box out, and get that board.
They reset the shot clock. Michaels with the shot way off. It'll be Beavers basketball. Well, attention, BV basketball fans, if you want to get the inside scoop on the Beavers, and be sure to watch Center Court. Center Court's a weekly half-hour coaches show that brings you all the highlights and recaps from last week's games. Also, the coaches will interview a player from their squads and look ahead to next week's contests. You can catch Center Court Mondays at 7, Wednesdays at 9, Fridays at 8 o'clock on Innovation Video, Cable Channel 3. Innovation Video is your home for BV sports coverage. So we take a look at the first half three-point shooting. BV is 2 for 3. Ashley Reynolds hit both of those, and Wartburg is 1 for 1. Free throws, both teams hitting 100% of their free throws. The Beavers 1 for 1, and Wartburg 4 for 4.
Right now, BV's got 7 fouls, so we see Wartburg going into the bonus. Every foul from here on after will send Wartburg to the line.
BV trying to protect a 4-point lead.
Steph trying to get position, and Trisha Brycock are both trying to get position on the inside.
And they're really moving their feet on that 2-3 zone. They're making it really difficult to get that ball underneath. And that's what's going to bring them out, is that 3-point shot. So Bowman connects on the 3. The Beavers now 3 for 4 from the behind the arc. And Coach Severson wants to talk it over. We have a timeout on the floor with 3:47 left to go. First half, your score is 30-23 Beavers. And Brent, right now looks like Coach Berry's team is starting to open it up a little bit. But we'll talk about that after we go to these quick messages. Stay tuned. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Home a couple hours ago, and I put everything away.
What is this? Pizza?
You had just called me. I would have known what.
Dinner ready is pizza.
Honey, please don't be so loud. Please don't. Let go of me!
Get in the kitchen!
No!
Do you want to see what hurts? That's what hurts! That's what hurts!
Oh, please! Please!
For information, call 1-800-END-ABUSE.
Okay, welcome back to the Fieldhouse. Beavers up by 7. Emily Bailey on the top of the key. Inside to Philman. Back outside to Bailey, just inside the three-point line. And that time, Wartburg looked like they were over the back.
I think we're going to get Wartburg over on... I'm not sure. BB doesn't look so happy.
Oh, it should have been over the back. Look at Coach Barry. Get his... Oh, she knows it was. Right? I tell you what, Philman was standing right over Grono, I think it was, and totally pushed her out of the play, and there's no call.
Usually you'll get that call, especially if you're home, but sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Well, that'll send... Not sure what the call was. Must have been a blocking foul, but Verba's way off on the free throw. There's another offensive board by the Knights.
This is one of the most physical games I've seen all year. There's just a lot of pushing going on inside.
Underneath, they got it to Philman. And the score is 30-25. Coach Barry's still upset talking to the refs over there on the sidelines. Heather Mackey decides not to take the baseline shot. Oh, and you're right, Brent. There's a lot of pushing going on underneath. And Wartburg's able to get the steal. This is Michaels, and she slows it up. The numbers weren't quite there as BB did a good job getting back on transition defense. There's Grono with the steal.
Nice job by Steph there to step in front of the pass. Steph bringing up the ball.
Oh, and we got a huge collision there.
That is a big collision.
Between Keely Bowman and a Wartburg player. We'll see if everybody's all right.
Keely Bowman was sending a pick there for Steph Grono, and the Wartburg player did not see it. Number 42, Mary ran right into Keely. That was a nice job of Keely of setting that pick. That's a hard foul.
So that sent Bowman to the line. She hits the first one to put the Beavers up by 6. Tomorrow, both BV squads will travel to Fayette to take on Upper Iowa in a conference game. And on the women's side, they'll be minus Teresa Breifogel, who has a prior engagement. She has to attend a wedding, and she has to participate in that. So the Beavers will be minus their big center when they go and face the Peacocks. Let's go down. Okay.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're traveling on the road and then you're a -1 player. Upper Iowa, another long trip. It's across the state again, so once again they have to go to the other side of the state. Upper Iowa's always tough. No matter what you do, any road game is always tough, so you like to have all your players there, but I'm sure another player will step in your place. We see BB, they switched back now. They're back to the full court press. I think what they want to do is they want to at least keep this at least a 5-point lead going into half.
Right now we got 2:29 to go first half.
BB really switching up on defense. They switched back to a zone again.
Fias no good on the shot. And we have a jump ball on the floor. So BB gets it back on the possession arrow.
There's Teresa Breifogel. Nice job of cutting into the middle. BB still trying to look to get it inside.
Oh, and they call an offensive foul on Breifogel for pushing. I didn't see it.
Coach Barry's not so happy with the refs right this instant.
That's a 19 foul on the Beavers. And since Wartburg is in the bonus, that will send Philman to the line. She is a sophomore.
She's out of Denver, Iowa.
No good on the first one, but nice offensive board by Wartburg, and they're beyond the line again as another foul is committed. Tune in to Innovation Cinema every night on cable channel 13 from 7 to 11 for great movies ranging from your favorite classics to great new releases. Movies showing now until February 16th include Twister, Tin Cup, 12 Monkeys, Up Close and Personal, The Nutty Professor, The American President, Muppets, Treasure Island, Citizen Kane, The Rock, Candyman, Silence of the Lambs, and Mr. Holland's Opus. Remember, great movies are only as far away as your TV when you tune in to Cable Channel 13.
With that last foul, we had Teresa Bryfogle picking up her third, so we won't stay here for the rest of the half.
We have another jump ball, this time the possession arrow pointing toward the Knights.
Coaches don't like seeing their players pick up more than 3 fouls in the first half. It's too bad she's only got 2 more to play with them during the rest of the second half. So BB switching her defense again, now going man-to-man.
Mathias driving baseline on Reynolds and couldn't get it to go. But another foul on the floor. This one's against Brazda. I believe that's going to be 2 on Brazda, so both the centers now for BV. Bryfogle sitting on the bench with 3, and Brazda just picked up her second, so that could be something to look for as we head into the second half.
I think we saw with Ashley Reynolds playing that kind of defense. You saw her kind of let her drive to the lane. Most of the time you'll get a help side defense on that and they'll cut that player off. BB just missed the assignment on that one. The refs have played a big part in this game tonight. They've called 17 fouls so far in the first half, and usually a lot of people think a good game is when the refs don't have to call so many fouls.
Ashley Reynolds got caught napping, and she just had to push in order to prevent the layup from going in. So
Michelle Brazda has her third foul now. And I'm not sure about Ashley Reynolds. She's got 2, so BB's got to be looking for.
Okay, so Brazda did pick up her third, so now both of the centers for BB on the bench with 3 fouls.
We won't see, like we said, we won't see neither one of those for the rest of the half. We saw Jessica Borg come in.
That means we might be seeing Marie Moeller or Jamie Brower. No, probably Moeller. She's the third center.
I think fouls are going to play a big game, especially if this game were to go in overtime. Then you start running low on players, and the way it's going right now, I won't be surprised if we'd see a extra period.
There's a higher-king shot by Mathias, and what it does is creates the opportunity for the offensive board for the Knights, and that's what they got. Nice job getting it inside to Philman. Philman's been hot as of late.
Right now we got 32-30 BV.
1:30 to go first half. So the Knights have kind of cut into the lead here. At one time it was a 7-point lead.
Yep.
There is Jessie Wagner, who is the third string center, and for Brazda right now.
She's out of scrim.
Wickelson driving, and there's a foul. Okay, let's go down on the floor. Ryan Harder.
Coach Berry's been warning her team to watch out for the fouls. She doesn't necessarily agree with all the fouls that have been called, but she's warning her team just to be careful and kind of watch it because there are fouls being called. Currently, BV is up to 10 fouls, putting them in the double bonus. And while Wartburg's in the bonus as well, this still gives Coach Berry reason to worry. And although this won't be a problem after the half. So that's all from down here. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ryan. Ryan Harder. And right now, BB's up by 3.
BB all night has not been able to get the ball inside. Wartburg has shut off the inside play of our BB players. In fact, they've been forcing our players to shoot on the outside. We cannot get the ball inside.
It's a good job of packing in that zone. BB's going to have to hit some more of those 3-point shots to bring them out a little bit.
I think Wartburg just set 3 players in the lane and said there's no way you're going to do it.
There's Jessica Borg, and she's got a fast break all the way. And there's no foul call there. Oh, I don't believe that.
I think Barry's going to have a little talk with the refs because on every play we've ever seen, if that were the opposite, we've seen more BB get called. So all the coaches ask for is consistency, out of the refs. So if they both call them, that's great. But if they can get consistency from both sides, then there's no problem.
Kiwi Bowman, she's trapped, so that's not all she could do is...
They call that dead man's corner. You get trapped down there, and there's no way out.
But as we take a look at that steal by Jessica Borg, that's what she brings to this ball club. She's real scrappy and aggressive, and every time she comes in the game, you know something's going to happen either way. Abby Lowe got tied up.
See another jump ball. This should stay here at BV.
And Lori Hopkins checks in for Ashley Reynolds.
Right now, BB's got him stacked up, probably looking for the outside shot of Keeley. If it's there, she'll take it. If it's not, she'll look inside. Once again, BB unable to get on the inside.
We got 10 seconds left on the shot clock, 12 on the game clock, so BB's going to have to shoot it here. They get the ball inside to Hopkins. She's blocked, and the ball stays to BB. So we got 6 seconds left and 4 on the shot clock. So
great pass there, though, by Keeley Bowen to get it inside. Almost got the basket.
BB's going to have to get it off pretty quickly here.
I think we're going to see Keeley with the shot.
There's Bowman. She gets clobbered as she gets sent to the floor. The foul is going to be on number 12, Jessica Sandvold. Excuse me, number 11, Lori Wilkinson.
That was a tough foul there by Wartburg. They really hammered Keeley Bowen. Keeley was talking to the ref right before they inbounds the play, so you can understand that the BB players are also frustrated with the calling right now. I don't think you could pay me enough money, though, to be a ref. It's a tough job. You win some and you lose some.
This is Bowman's second trip to the line tonight. She's 4 for 4, I believe. 3 seconds left to go. Wartburg's going to have to put it up here. And they don't get it off. So at halftime, our score is Univista 36, the Wartburg Knights 30. And stay tuned. We have a great halftime show for you coming up, including a performance by our Univista drill team, as well as interviews with a men's basketball player, Aaron Bloom, and interview with Coach Al Baxter. We'll have the results from that wrestling meet, and first half stats and highlights as well. So stay tuned. Okay, we're going to send it to this break. We'll be back after these short messages.
Doing their right, girl on the team to Do You Love Me and Stop in the Name of Love.
Okay. Well, we have a second here. We're going to give you a chance to say that the city council meetings are broadcast on Innovation Video on the first and third Mondays of the month, and we carry those live at 4 o'clock, so be sure to tune in for that. We're going to go to these short messages, and we'll be back after this.
My son Daku was riding a motorcycle when he was struck by a car. I had spoken to him previously about donating his organs, and it made it so much easier for me to make the decision. I knew that this is something that he wanted. I didn't have to feel guilty about making the decision, doing something that he may not have wanted. Every day I tell people, talk it over. You must let people know what you want.
We want to see our children succeed. But setting easy goals for our kids creates the toughest obstacle they'll ever face. Because succeeding in the real world isn't easy. Help the effort to raise standards in America's public schools. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
I'm here with Beaver junior guard Aaron Bloom. Aaron, getting ready to play tonight's game against Wartburg. Anything specific you guys have done to get ready to go up against the Knights?
Well, nothing too specific besides we're working on our defense, of course, which we stress every game. And one thing we got to do is keep the penetration out of the middle, and we have to weak side double on their posts. But other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Oh, how are you guys looking to do against Wartburg tonight? You guys pretty confident? What's the talk among the team?
Wartburg's been playing really well lately, and they've knocked off a few of the top teams, so it'll be a tough game, and so hopefully we'll win. But they are playing well.
Yeah, one of the biggest, I don't know if I want to call it surprises this season, but no one's complaining about it, is the fact that you guys are at the top of the conference. What do you guys think about that? Is that pretty exciting?
Oh yeah, it's a lot more fun than last year. Last year we went 7-17 and we lost a lot of games and it wasn't very much fun. So this year it's a turnaround and we're having a lot of fun. So hopefully we can continue that.
Okay, well thanks a lot for coming down and talking to us, Aaron. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to you.
Okay, Ryan Harder with Aaron Bloom, who, and a reminder, the men's basketball game tips off at around 8 o'clock, so be sure to stay tuned for that one. That promises to be just as good as this one is. And as you mentioned, O.J. Freilich, BB will be minus the starting sophomore guard. So right now, we are going to show you an interview with Coach Al Baxter, wrestling coach. Last night, the Beavers faced Wartburg in a dual meet, and we're going to go to that. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
This is Stacy Mraz for Innovation Sports, and today I'm here with Coach Al Baxter, the wrestling coach for the Buena Vista Beavers. Al, you have a very important meet coming up. It's the conference meet. Can you give us some of your predictions on the BV wrestlers and maybe some of the other teams' wrestlers?
Well, yeah, we're very excited about the conference coming up February 21st. It'll be at the University of Dubuque on a Friday. It starts at 10 o'clock and runs pretty much straight through. The finals will probably be around 6 or 6:30. And we're just trying to keep our team healthy as we can and get them in tip-top shape. And we've got 2 or 3 weights that we're going to have some wrestle-offs to find out who the best people are at this time of the season for us. And it's going to be, Wartburg right now is probably the favored team, and it's going to be a battle between 3 or 4 teams for second place.
Where does Buena Vista stand in that lineup right now?
Well, we defeated Loris 21-18. We were defeated by Simpson, I guess, 22-17. But I'd say it's between Simpson, BV, and Loris for that second spot. Wartburg right now, from top to bottom, 118 through heavyweight, they've got too much balance, I think, for any other team in the conference to challenge them for the title.
How did that make the wrestlers feel to beat Loris, who was ranked at the time?
It made them feel very good, and I think we could have had a good chance to beat Simpson Matt Kruger, our 190-pounder, became sick and was not able to wrestle against Simpson, and it'll be a good match between him and this McGraw, who was conference champion last year at 190.
All right, now you guys also have nationals coming up. Can you tell us when that is and maybe what some of your predictions are for your team as to making it to nationals?
Well, the nationals will be March 7th and 8th in Ada, Ohio. That's at Ohio Northern University. They've got a beautiful facility out there, I guess, and there's 200 qualifiers. 26 qualifiers will come from the Iowa Conference. That will take the champion in each weight class, the 10 weight classes, and then we'll take 16 wild cards. And we're just hoping that we can get, you know, as many there as we possibly can. We're hoping at least 4 or 5.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming over today, Al. We really appreciate you coming, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Stacy.
Thanks.
Drown your campfires with water, then stir and drown again. Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires.
In America, you are not required to offer food to the hungry or shelter to the homeless. There is no ordinance forcing you to visit the lonely. In fact, nowhere in the Constitution does it say you have to provide anything for anybody. Thank you for all you've given. Imagine what more could do.
Sally wants to be a surgeon someday. Maybe she'll operate on you. Now, would you like a free booklet of simple ways you can help improve her education? Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Scott Heinley and Brett Johnson with you. The score is BB 36, Wartburg 30, in a really aggressive physical game in the first half. And I got to take a look at here at the first half stats and highlights. First of all, I guess we'll give you the first half. Here's the highlights, and Wartburg's able to get the opening tip-off. As we mentioned, a very physical game. I believe there was over 25 fouls called. Ashley Reynolds started off really hot for the Beavers. Michelle Brazda, and between those two, Brent, they, I think about 80% of the BB scoring in the first half came from Brazda and Reynolds.
Keely Bowman with the hoop there. A lot of outside shooting. We didn't get a lot of inside shots the whole half. Wartburg pushing BB outside. Nice quick step there by Keely Bowman. She got fouled on that one. Good hustle by Steph. Nice job there by Steph Gronup. Saved the ball. Keely Bowman coming inside. Great pass to Steph. Got called in the travel on that one, but that's all right. Just an all-around tough physical game we're seeing. Right there, Ashley Renz with the 3. Nice shot by Ashley. And as we can see, the first half was full of great highlights.
Now we're going to take a look here at the first half stats. And there they are. Rebounds are even, which is very rarely do you see BB be out-rebounded. Turnovers are pretty even as well. There's a foul situation that we touched on earlier. Both teams hitting a lot of their free throws and being able to get to the line because of the fouls. And the field goals, BB 3 more, and also 3 more three-pointers, I believe. So that's a look how we stand at the first half stats.
I think right now, while we got a second, I want to make a little announcement here. The Iowa Conference Academic All-Conference team was just named. Right now, BB has 1, 2, 3, 7 players on it. I'd like to mention those 7 players. That's a great honor to be out for a sport and still have your GPA above 3.5. For other people that don't know, you have to be a junior in academic standing and have at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average and be a member of a varsity athletic team. Our players are Steph Grono, Aaron Bloom, Wayne Haskovic, Clint Kudum, Matt Kruger, Mike Safris, and Chad Tunick. Congratulations to all those players for being on the Iowa Conference Academic All-Conference team. Just it's an outstanding job.
Just about ready to get things underway here in the second half. The BV women rated 3rd in the Western Region, Division III. And they are leading in many statistical categories, especially on the offensive end. They're leading in scoring offense with an average of 87.2. They are 14th in scoring margin, winning by an average of 20.4 points a game. When you look at that, that's just amazing. 20 points a game in this conference is unheard of. Field goal percentage, they're leading the nation in that with shooting 50.3 points a game. And again, that's no surprise when you look at this team and look what kind of shooters they have. And the kind of percentage shots we get, that's no surprise. So second half is underway here at the field house. And if you're not doing anything tonight, why don't you come on over? We still got the second half and the men's game to go as well. It should be a good one.
We've harped on this from game to game, but once again, it's the first couple minutes outside the second half to see how the tempo is set for the second half. And I think if BV comes out strong, we should see a victory.
And BV's got the same starting lineup they had in the first half. Buena was able to get inside for the bucket to put BV up by 8. And right away, you see Wartburg pushing the ball up the floor, Brent.
Wartburg not scared to take it up. Should be BV's ball.
Bethke wasn't able to hit that layup for the Knights.
We got to get some credit on that last play to Laura Hopkins. She did a nice job of stepping in there and stopping the Wartburg player from the easy layup. Right now, as I'm looking at the first half stats, I'm seeing that BV was 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Once again, shooting 100%. Nice job by the players. 4 of those coming from Keely Bowman.
We shot 54% in the first half and 60% from the three-point line. So once again, the #1 shooting team in the nation continues their hot streak. We held Wartburg to 39% shooting and field goals.
BV shooting 3 for 5 from the three-point line. I think we need to see an increase of that in the second half here since Wartburg's not allowing the inside play to happen.
The leading scorers for BV, Keely Bowman and Michelle Brosda both had 9, and Ashley Reynolds had 8. So majority of the scoring being done by that trio.
These those are the outside players. We're not getting the ball inside. It's just so hard that Wartburg is just dropping 3 players down the box and he can't get the ball inside.
Of course, Bowman scored most of her 9 points at the free throw line late in the half. There's a nice pass from Grono into Breifogel, but Breifogel, she knows that she normally makes those in practice.
I'm sure Coach Berry told him at halftime to be patient, look for the inside shot. If you can't get it, shoot the outside one.
Good job by Breifogel. So she redeems herself on the defensive end.
Both teams are just coming out. This is just a shoot match right now.
Bowman takes into traffic and she is fouled.
The fouls continued. This time now we got 2 on Wartburg in the first half and none on BV so far.
One thing to keep in mind with the foul situation, Teresa Breifogel and Michelle Brosda, both of BV's centers, both have 3 fouls. So we'll keep an eye on that as the game wears on. Both teams going to their bench deep in their bench in the first half, especially Wartburg. Kind of surprising. A lot of teams coming to Stevens Fieldhouse only play 7 or 8 players, but that's what it takes to be successful in this building because with that pressure defense that BV plays, it's going to wear you out a lot. So good job by Coach Severson, and he's able to get some fresh people over there every once in a while.
Wartburg going deep, going 11 players in the first half played. That was just a great job there by BV's defense, not allowing Wartburg for any easy shots there, and got the turnover.
Jenny Zarn checks in for the Knights for Holly Wilcow, who just committed that travel.
Nice adjustment there by BB to have that long half-court pass.
Saved by Mackey. She goes into the stands a couple rows to get that one.
The physical play continues. Bifocal push to the ground.
BB's steadily increasing their lead, though. Right now it's up to 9, which is
surprising, almost really, from what you've seen from both teams.
The biggest lead we've had so far right now. Matthias no good on the layup.
BB looking to run.
Hopkins to Bowman. Bowman just about got it to go.
Just ringed it out. Boy, you don't see BB ever wanting to slow it down. They're always looking for the fast hoop.
Yep, they're coached that way. Coach Berry tells them the first open shot you get, you better put it up.
Keeley had a good look at the basket there. Just ringed out.
Good job, help defense by Mackey that time. Emily Bailey drains the field goal.
I think you see what kind of tough defense BB plays there. You saw both Teresa Breifocal and Keeley Bowman both diving for the loose ball. Good effort there by the Beavers defensive squad.
Mackey with the baseline shot. She gets it to go. Heather Mackey is her first 2 points of the game. The next break, there's going to be 4 new Beavers checking in. There's Philman, no good.
Steph bringing up the ball, nice pass.
And Breitfogel, good job, that's on by Teresa Breitfogel. She kept the ball in the air, didn't take the dribble like most players would, and that's experience of the senior right there.
Yeah, as soon as you drop that ball down, you could have a possible turnover. Good step by her and put it right up. Nice look also by Steph to look up court. BB now shutting down the inside. They're doing the same thing that Wartburg did to them in the first half.
Bailey this time can't hit.
Nice board by Steph.
Stephanie Grono, one of the leaders in the Iowa Conference for rebounding.
Go ahead.
We got substitutions here. We'll set the lineup for you. Checking into the game, Ashley Reynolds and Michelle Brazda, who had great first halves. Abby Rowe stays in. Jessica Borg also in. And Teresa Breifogel stays in as well.
I think right now we're seeing that wholesale substitution with 4 people come in because BV has a 10-point lead, the 43-33 lead. Coach Berry has a little freedom here to get to rest her starters and see what the second team can do here. And if the lead gets too close or if it gets shrunk too much, then she'll put her starters right back in again.
Rowe trying to get inside to Reynolds. Reynolds not a post player. That's kind of strange to see.
I think we're getting one on the Wartburg.
We had a little trouble down in the baseline. Good D by Wartburg.
And now we got a little bit smaller lineup in.
We have 3 guards on the floor and 2 centers is what we have, with Brazda and Breifogel being the centers.
Nice pass.
That was a good move to the basket by Breifogel. She just couldn't get the shot down. 14:54 to go in regulation.
Teresa Breifogel and Brazda both have to be careful. Like we said, they have three fouls, so they have to be careful on the inside not to pick up a quick 4th foul here early in the second half.
Michelle Brazda hits a baseline shot. 11 points for Brazda in the ball game. Wartburg pushes the ball off the floor. Get the ball side to Nettleton. Nettleton in the first half had 4 points.
Tough defense here by Wartburg, number 11, Lori Wilkinson.
Good defense on Ashley Reynolds.
Jessica Borg fighting for inside position.
The drive by Abby Rowe. She nails a tough shot with the hand in her face. Puts BV up 47-35.
Nice 12-point cushion.
Oh, excellent steal by Abby Rowe. Anticipating the pass, and she takes it coast to coast.
Abby Rose got great speed, anticipated the pass, took the pass, and took it in for the easy layup.
Should have been a jump call, maybe. And fighting for the rebound, they're going to give the foul to Jessica Borg. That's only the first team foul on the Beavers this half, which is remarkable considering there was 12 team fouls in the first half. And second half scoring so far, the Beavers outscoring the Knights 13-5. So as we always talk about, Brent, the first 5 minutes of the second half is very pivotal in determining the outcome of the game, especially if you have a close game in the first half like we did. And
right there we see BV with the advantage, the 13-5 advantage. Exactly probably what Coach Berry wanted right out of the second half.
Checking in for the Beavers is Jessie Wagner. She scored 2 in the first half. On the line is Jennifer Nettleton. She makes a pair.
There's the physical play continues. Steph Grono.
Grono hit the floor. Grono hit the deck, and Coach Berry not happy.
Wartburg just beating up on our players. Likewise, we're retaliating too, so it's a tough game out there.
Okay, they're calling the out-of-bounds play, so we see what we got here. There's Rowe breaking open behind the three-point line. Now she drives in. Nice dish to Grono. Excellent pass. Good recognition by Abby Rowe.
Nice job by Steph to take it hard to the basket. She wasn't going to let anybody stop her on that one. Once again, Steph on the floor. She spent a lot of night there. She's going to come out and take a breather, I think, on this one.
The next telecast by Innovation Video Sports will be Friday, February 21st, when the BV basketball teams play the William Penn Statesmen in a conference doubleheader. The women start things off at 6, and the men tip off at 8. Live coverage from Stevens Fieldhouse starts the pregame show at around 5:52. Innovation Video is your home for live coverage of BV sporting events. Beavers up by 12. There's Bailey with a shot, no good. Drozda pulls down the board.
BV running their offense right now.
They gave Drozda that shot, and she missed.
Drozda that open lane there. She may have been able to take one more step and then the shot.
One more foul and Beavers will be in the bonus. And we're only 12-13 to go in regulation here.
I think that shows the ability of BV being able to get the ball inside more and causing some more fouls, causing Wartburg to foul on the inside.
BV still in that 2-3 zone.
I think we're going to get a travel on Jill. She took one extra step there, and ref was right there to see it.
It's interesting on defense. We've seen the Beavers in the 2-3 zone after we started about the first 5-6 minutes of the game in that man-to-man, Brent.
The intensity of the game has not settled down though one bit. Both teams still going at it.
Great pass. Rowe breaks loose underneath, and her shot is blocked. That's a good job by Don Mathias. Keely Bowman gets underneath for the lay-in. She's in double figures with 11.
BB now attacking the basket, looking for some shots on the inside.
Foul committed on Don Mathias by...
I think we're going to give that one to Michelle. I think that's going to be her
Rosda was in the area. If that is, you're right. It's her fourth if it is. Yes, it is.
She's going to come out right now. Teresa's coming in. She's got 3, so situation is a little improvement. We got to watch out on fouls. Here comes a swing out by Wartburg for the 3.
There's Bailey at the 3, no good. But Mackey controls it. How did Breifeld get that pass from Bowman? There's Mackey, no good baseline.
Fouls keep rolling on and on.
The Beavers continue their good shooting in the second half. They are 7 for 12. And Wartburg only 3 of 9. So
I think we got to give some credit to the BB point guards. They're doing a nice job on the outlet. They call it outlet pass after you get the rebound. You see them clapping. I haven't seen that in the last couple of games, so maybe that's something new that BB's trying. But clapping to tell the rebounder, where their point guard is. And each team does a little bit different. Some people yell out outlet. Some people just yell at the person. BB got it with the clap. Heather Mackey with the great board there.
Lori Hopkins got a little anxious on the pass.
She
that one had some heat on it. She about took off ahead of a Wartburg player.
I wonder if we're going to see the tempo slow down just a little bit here. All the players seem just to be a little bit tired. They've been battling hard now for 30 minutes. They got 10 minutes to go in the second half.
But both teams have been using their bench quite a bit, so I think that's going to be to their advantage. Now BB's running the high post offense. It's Breifeld on top.
Right now we got Wartburg in the man-to-man. Oh, great pass again.
Excellent dish from Hopkins, but Mackey couldn't handle it.
I think we're probably going to get that one on Heather.
Yeah, if you were scoring that as a statistician, you'd give that turnover to Mackey.
Actually, I was talking. Yeah, you probably did that, but I was talking about foul. Now we got 13 fouls. This is the most fouls I've seen in a long time in a basketball game.
The foul on Wegner is going to send Mathias to the line. Good. Greifvogel with the boards. They get to inside to Wegner. Jesse Wegner hits a tough shot.
Nice job by Beavy getting inside.
Jessica Sandvold has checked in for point guard for the Knights. Right there you see her. She's a 5'4" freshman.
I think she might be the 12th player now Wartburg's played. I think she was one of the 2 that hadn't seen any action in the first half, and now she's in.
Beavers up by 15. We're at 9:24 to go in regulation.
I think this is the biggest lead we've seen so far in the game, a 15-point lead.
We've seen this really as of late. At the start of the year, we did games. The Beavers went on these big runs where all of a sudden it was close, and they went on this 15-3 run where they all of a sudden blew open the doors. But as of late, the BV women have been just steadily building on their leads. We've seen the lead increase by 1 or 2 points each few minutes, and that's what's happening tonight.
Yeah, and before you know it, they're up by 15. Like, you're correct. You haven't seen that huge spread right away. It's just more of a steady 1 point here, 1 point there. And after a while, that builds up, and right now they're ahead by, they got a 13-point lead.
Hopkins goes to the left-hand drive, but she needs to get a little bit under control as she walked with it. Both teams down the bonus. trap out top on Nettleton.
Almost got the 5-second count.
Sandvold, no good. That's her first shot of the night. And Heather Mackey's going to be on the line after she is fouled. Checking in for the Beavers is going to be Ashley Reynolds, Jessica Borg, Abby Rowe, and Grono.
Another wholesale substitution. I remember seeing that more last year with Coach Barry. She would substitute a lot of times 5 players for 5 players. She did that a lot last year. And it's kind of gone away from it a little bit this year. See 4 now, 4 here and there. Every once in a while 5. But
Mackey's no good on the shot.
Good hustle by Heather Mackey to die for that one. Just not in time. Wartburg ball.
Nettleton drives baseline. She's able to get it to go. Jennifer Nettleton, the sophomore from Algona, Iowa.
Wartburg going to the early press. And then backing away. Some teams also have a press where if you make that first pass, then the rest of the team drops back. Otherwise, will keep the press all the way up through the half court. BV being patient here, run their offense. As soon as I say that, they take the shot.
Abby Rowe pulls up for that good 12-foot shot. That's what she likes to take. She's got 6 points now in the game off the bench. As there's a timeout on the floor. Brent, let's take a look back at our keys to victory and see how both teams are doing. For Wartburg, we said they had to have few turnovers, and they're doing a good job with that. They have to shoot well. In the first half, they shot around 40%. This half, they're down to more like 30%, so that's not really happening.
Right there, I think that's where we also see the difference. Their outside shooters aren't shooting as well in the second half as they did in the first half, and now we see the lead stretching.
But we also said they had to be physical, which is definitely that is definitely happening. For the BV women, we said they had to run their smooth offense because in the practice this week they had a little trouble. Just maybe the midseason, players get kind of uptight.
Sometimes players maybe also get lackadaisical just a little bit. You're so used to running the same offense that, hey, I can do this in my sleep. I think we saw a little rough. Their offense wasn't running quite as smooth as they'd like it right at the beginning, and now coming in the second half, we've really seen the offense pick up.
And the second key for the women was we said that they had to play their game. As long as they come to play, they are more talented than Wartburg, and they should be able to pick up the W.
BV continues to attack, takes a quick first shot. They'll probably continue to do that for the rest of the year. I can't see why you'd want to change something that's working. BB now going to the full court press. I think right now Coach Barry just wants his players to get maybe a 20-point lead and maybe, put this game out of reach for Wartburg.
Nettleton driving and good. Rifle forces a charge. Rifle goes to the ground. Make no mistake about it.
That takes a lot of heart to stand there knowing you're going to get hit hard with somebody coming in.
And I think BV should be on the line. That's a bonus. Yeah, Beavers are in the bonus, so Rifle should be shooting. And perhaps a player control foul doesn't count for.
I think they're saying right now that number 42, Mary Jo Verba, has 5 fouls, and
yep, they're showing 5 on the scoreboard. She's out of the game with 5 fouls. And right now we're going to go down to the floor to Ryan Harder.
During that last time out, Coach Barry told her team that they're doing well defensively. They're doing well offensively. They're getting the ball in there, and they've outscored Wartburg by a great margin so far. But they're saying defensively, they gotta keep Wartburg from getting in there. They're leaving too many open holes. They gotta just get themselves there and keep them from getting in and getting the easy basket. But so far this half, Coach Barry is impressed with how her team has been doing offensively, and that's why they have the lead. Back to you, Scott.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And while Ryan was giving that report, Brian Fogel got in for the layup. She wasn't able to hit, but was fouled. A reminder, stay tuned after this game. We'll be having a show in between the two games, and then we'll have the tip-off of the men's game. The men will be playing their first game without the services of starting shooting guard O.J. Freilich. So we'll have to see how that turns out.
Talking to Brad Douglas at halftime, he says he's looking for a real tough game. At Wartburg, when they played Wartburg earlier this season, they had a 20-point lead, and Wartburg brought that back down underneath 10, and so they're looking for Wartburg to come in here and give them a run for their money.
We have a tie-up possession arrow pointing toward BV. The lead is 58-44. 7:18 to go, second half. And Grono was a little bit too anxious to get the shot off, and she traveled. All right, we have a trivia question here for you tonight. Since we're playing Wartburg, what professional sports figure graduated from Wartburg College, and what did he do? He's a maybe not a sports figure, but someone that has something to do with sports.
A definite sports role.
Yes.
We'll give you a little hint. It's got to do with the American pastime.
Yes. So, why don't you think about that, and sometime later on in this game, we'll be giving you that answer.
And remember, for all you people sent home, come on down. Support your Beavers. We'd like to see you here at the gym. There's something about being at the game compared to watching on TV. It's just a little bit better being here watching it. Get a little bit more feel for the game. So come on down.
Lead's now down to 12. Dangerous pass by Bowman there. And Breifeld does throw it away. But Brazos forces the jump ball. Knights will get the ball on the arrow.
Barry's telling her players just to ease up, and I think she wants them to make some better sound passes, and I think that's what they'll do for the rest of the half. BV continue with the full court pressure. It's kind of surprising. But I guess the lead's down to 12, so you got to make sure that this one doesn't slip away.
Again, they don't have to get over in 10 seconds like the men's game, so they have the full shot clock. The shot clock is down to 12.
Nice job by Teresa Bryfoco for cutting off the drive to the hoop.
When you think about it, that's amazing. BV made Wartburg Knights take off 18 seconds getting the ball across half court that time. And I think it's Nettleton with the layup with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball goes inside to Bronze, and she doesn't miss those too often. Baithke turns it over.
Wartburg going back to the press.
That was a key turnover for Wartburg. If they had made a bucket that time, they could have had a chance to cut the lead to single digits, which mentally gives the player a lot more hope. Bowman will go to the line. Keely Bowman's been to the line quite a bit tonight.
In the first half, she
went to the line 4 times and made all 4. She's been there twice in the second half.
That's a big difference right now when you see you got 7 fouls, you get the automatic free throw, you get the 1-on-1. So that's a big difference now when you get so many fouls that you can automatically go to the free throw line and get an opportunity to put 2 points on the board.
Today's broadcast of the BV Wartburg basketball doubleheader is sponsored by Silkscreen Inc. of Storm Lake. Silkscreen Inc. supplies products to customers nationwide and can help to unify your organization with a wide variety of shirts and hats that can be printed in many colors. See the friendly people at Silkscreen Inc. for all of your screen printing needs. And a reminder, stay tuned. At the end of each game tonight, we'll be announcing the Silkscreen Inc. player of the game. As Brazda gets a layup, Michelle Brazda, who is in contention for that award, And that goes to the player who was instrumental in leading their team to victory.
Abby Rowe also doing a nice job off the bench. Another steal by Abby Rowe.
Abby Rowe, she's so good at anticipating that pass, and she's going to take that in for the easy two.
She's so quick, and she can tell it. She can read the other player's eyes and see that pass coming and steps right in front of it.
And she just keeps getting better and better with each game, the freshman. Wow, Bryfogle was really tough defense that time on the baseline. Tough shot by Bathke, right over Heather Mackey. The lead is now 64-50. 4:50 to go in the game.
BB looking to probably be a little bit patient here. There's 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
There's Bowman once again, Brent, faking a three-point shot and settling for that 15-footer. Like we said earlier, Michelle Braz is still on the offensive boards.
Offensive boards being so important so you can get that putback. They're going to get a blocking foul there on Teresa Bryfogle. That'll be her fourth. I think if I'm right, that's Brazda and Bryfogle both with 4.
Yes, you are correct. So we're going to see some substitutions now. Good round of applause for Abby Rowe, who goes out of the game, as well as Mackey and Bryfogle. Honeykiss Pizza is a proud sponsor of tonight's BV Wartburg basketball doubleheader. Honeykiss Pizza offers delivery to BVU and Storm Lake for your convenience. Call 732-2222 right now, and you could be enjoying a hot, fresh pizza delivered right at your doorstep before the start of the men's game. So stop by and pick it up or call and have it delivered. Honeykiss Pizza, the best pizza in town. And a reminder, stay tuned. At the end of both game style, we'll be announcing our Honeykiss Pizza off the bench contributor. This award goes to the player who comes off the bench to give their team the biggest spark.
Right now we got BB up 66-52 with a little over 4 minutes to play in the second half. Ball going to go to Wartburg. Right now, this is a big game like we were talking about earlier. If BB would get this win, they'd be in sole possession of second place. And that would drop Wartburg to 3 losses, and that would tie them with Loris and Central for 3rd place.
Reynolds at the shot. You're exactly right. Both teams tied for second in the conference. This has a lot of playoff implications. Both teams in the Western region. BV ranked 3rd, so chance for the rankings to move up. The NCAA seeding committee notices this as well. This is a quality victory over a very good Wartburg team.
If BV were to win this one, it would set up a huge matchup. It's more towards the end of the year. BV going out to Luther. BV still has to travel to Decorah one more time. That would set up a big match because Luther has 1 loss.
And Brent, that game is on the last day of the regular season on a Saturday night, February 29th at Wartburg.
That would be a great game to see because if BB were to beat Luther and Luther would stay with only 1 loss, that would tie them then for the conference. They'd be co-conference champs.
Luther and BV perennial conference leaders at top of the conference. And this year, Wartburg in there as well. Loris is still not out of it at 6-3, as well as Central. So there's a number of good teams this year on the women's side. And of course, last 2 years, BB hosted a first-round game in the tournament, lost them both. 2 years ago, lost to Central on their home floor. Last year, losing to Luther. This year, Coach Berry wants to advance further. The women set the goal. They wanted to go to the Sweet 16 this year, and I definitely think that's a good possibility. Of course, there's no guarantee they may host a first-round game. And since they're in the Western region, they may be going all the way out to California.
But it's a real nice advantage, though, to have that home court advantage.
3:04 to play in the game. BB's up by 16 now, which is their biggest lead.
BB going to 2-3 zone on the inbounds play. I haven't seen a lot of teams do this on the inbounds play. You see it right off the defense. I think we're going to see another swing here by Wartburg for the 3-point.
Good job on the offensive boards. Number 44, Nettleton.
I'm not sure if we're going to see that one on Teresa Bryfogle.
If it
that's
is,
going to be her 5th.
And she's gone. Well, that's going to be all tonight for Teresa Breifeld, who will be missing tonight's game at Upper Iowa because she has a prior engagement. She has to be involved in a wedding.
Now will come Michelle Brazda. She's got 4 fouls, so she has to be careful on the inside.
So tonight, that will be a big factor for Michelle Brazda. She'll get the starting nod at the center position, and she'll have to be sure to stay out of foul trouble. Middleton on the line. He's a pretty good looking player for Wartburg, only a sophomore.
Making both her free throws. Score now 70-56. BV ahead.
Keely Bowman directing the offense. She does such a great job at knowing when to shoot the ball, knowing who to get the basketball to, and
also knowing when not to make the pass and when not to shoot. She's very patient with her game, so she makes a lot of right decisions.
In watching her play over the last couple of years, she's really matured as a point guard. Actually, her natural position is probably shooting guard, but with the injury to Angie Patterson last year, and then again Angie injured for the whole season this year, she's had to step up, and that's a big reason why you see the Beavers rated 3rd in the country, because of Bowman, who is leading one of the national leaders in assists.
We also have to give a little credit there to Abby Rowe and Ashley Reynolds. They both shared a little time at the point guard spot. It's tough. Like, they were expecting Angie to be playing this year, and she was unfortunate to have an injury again. And so now they've kind of done the point guard by committee kind of deal.
BB still is not called out to full court press.
Coach Berry does not want to let this one go. Good steal by Mackey.
Heather Mackey always hustling around the ball. The foul situation pretty even here in the second half. Both teams have 7 fouls.
And that one was tipped, they're saying it, so it's going to stay for BB.
Wartburg better get it off. Just about a 5-second call there in the out-of-bounds play.
Nice job by Heather Mackey to get the board. She needs a little help there. Ashley Reynolds to Abby. BB pulling it back. Probably going to look for a good shot here.
Maybe trying to work a little bit of shot clock now. With a 16-point lead. Rowe no good on the circus shot.
Tough shot there by Abby Rowe, double pumped it.
Brasa got the block that time.
Right now I think BB's not looking to foul. There's only 1:26 left in the second half.
Bakey makes the shot, and that cuts into 14-point lead. 1:16 to go in the game. Right now we're going to give you the answer to that trivia question. The question was, what professional sports figure graduated from Wartburg College? He plays a role in
the American
sports,
pastime.
Brent gave you the clue. It was in the American pastime, of course, baseball. And the answer is American League umpire Don Denkinger. Now, he worked the '85 World Series between the Cardinals and Royals. He made the controversial call that let the Royals win game number 6 and game number 7 when he was working at the plate. If you remember, he had to eject 3 Cardinals, including manager Whitey Herzog. So the Royals went on to win the series 4-3. And Denkinger also worked the '91 World Series between the Twins and the Braves. He was at the plate in Game 7, that memorable Game 7. It was a 0-0 tie after 9 innings. If you remember, that game was in the Metrodome. The Twins won that game 1-0 in 10 innings. And they won the series 4-3. So
I remember those games. Those are the years when the Minnesota Twins won 2 World Series, and they didn't win a game on the road. They won all 4 home games.
That's right.
And good thing they had home field advantage during that year.
It basically came out of nowhere to win those 2 series.
Yeah, they won the first series, and then they kind of dropped off and won the second series. Right now back to action. There's 23 seconds left in the second half. BB up 74-58. And we pretty much can put this one in the books, which will put BB at 8-2 in the conference, and it'll put Wartburg at 9-3 with BB sole possession of second place. And right now in first place is Luther. They're at 8-1. And like we talked about earlier, this sets up a showdown. If both BB and Luther were to stay on the same course, this would cause almost like a championship game of sorts for the conference at Decorah against Luther College.
That's right, so that's to look forward to as we have an exciting month of February remaining. The final score here for the women's game, 74-58. And it was basically a methodical victory for the Beavers. It was close for the first 10 minutes, and then they gradually pulled away. And we'll be back with the stats and the game highlights after we take these quick messages. Stay tuned. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
They want to get me. I'm gonna be ready to get them.
They just shoot. They don't care who gets in the way.
I want to be respected. This gets me respect, know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid to walk to school. Okay?
Yeah, I might die. Everybody dies.
Kids shooting, kids getting shot. They're all victims of gun violence. The killing won't stop unless you help stop it. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
I don't want to die.
Math. A four-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that.
Why design the world's newest chips?
When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra.
No pocket protectors here.
But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look.
That's math staring back at you.
It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Here's my nephew Scruff, about to run into trouble again.
Hey, Bobo, where's your video game? In here. Well, look at this. Uh-oh. It's my dad's. You want to hold it? What'll I do?
You'll see, but that's not the only problem he has.
Hey, here's a shortcut. Not down there, Square. I don't think it's safe. Come on, the coast is clear. I'm not taking a chance, Lance. Oh, no. Well, hello, Dogface. Come to give us your sneakers.
Uh-oh, trouble again, Scruff. What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
If you get my new comic activity book, More Adventures with Scruff, you'll find out what you can do about bullies, drugs, and guns.
Am I the hero again?
You'll see. And you'll see lots of games.
Cool.
For your free copy of my new comic activity book, write Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. And you'll be helping take a bite out of crime.
I want it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stevens Fieldhouse. In between games here, where you see the final score of the women's game, 74-58. And in just a second, we'll be taking a look at the first half highlights. The crowd starting to file in for the men's game. And the Wartburg Knights come in with a 5-6 record in the conference. We'll get to that in just a little bit. First of all, we're going to recap the women's game. And in the first half, it was a very close game. The Wartburg came out physical. They came out aggressive. And a lot of the first half scoring load was taken. The two bench players, Ashley Reynolds came in, hit a couple big three-pointers. And Michelle Brazda had, I believe, 8 straight points in a row at one point in the first half.
Abby Rowe also doing a nice job with a couple steals in the second half. Ashley Reynolds had a great first half. Abby Rowe had a great second half. Right now, we're going to look at some of the final stats. We got BB with 23 rebounds, Wartburg 21. Turnovers pretty darn even, 22 and 22 for both teams. Fouls played an important factor in tonight's game. 44 total fouls, 23 for BB, 21 for Wartburg. Free throws, we saw Wartburg getting the line a little bit more than BB. BB had a great free throw shooting team, but we saw Wartburg with the 18 attempts compared to BB's 13. And field goals, BB up 27-20. all around, just a tough game, tough team coming in. Wartburg played a great game. Like we said, coming in the game, both teams were tied for second place. BB with the win takes sole possession in second place. Wartburg falls back with 3 losses, tied with 2 other teams, Loris and Central, for the third place spot. Right now what we're going to see is a tough Wartburg men's team coming in playing BB, which is right now leading the conference with a 8-1 record.
Yeah,
so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and we'll give out our Player of the Game award. This is our silk screening Player of the Game. It's Keely Bowman, who just played an excellent job.
She did a nice job passing the ball. She had a great assist. She took the shots when needed to. She took some outside shots. She didn't pass when she didn't have to, so she played a great game. Great game.
And our Honey Kiss Pizza off the bench contributor is Ashley Reynolds.
She really had a great first half. She hit some key 3-pointers. She hit 2 early going in the first half. Some nice steals. She shared the point guard aspect with Keely Bowman, so nice job of Ashley Reynolds for being our off-the-bench contributor.
She had 3 3-pointers in the first half. Really helped to break the lead open.
Yeah, she really did a nice job there coming off the bench.
Okay, right now we're going to go to some quick messages. We'll be back with the women's highlights after this.
Children came face to face with child abuse. But this year, there's a program that can help stop the abuse before it starts. A program that reaches out to new parents, that teaches them how to cope with the stresses that lead to abuse. But we need your help where you live, because without it, many of the children born today will become victims of abuse tomorrow. Call 1-800-CHILDREN. The more you help, the less they hurt.
Where's dinner?
Well, I thought you'd be home a couple of hours ago, and I put everything away.
What is this? Pizza? What? A pizza?
If you had just called me, I would have done what...
Dinner ready is a pizza.
I didn't know you'd be so late.
Let me ask you something. Is it too much to have dinner waiting when I go home?
Please don't be so loud.
Don't tell me what to do. You shut up.
I thought you'd be home
I can get pizza at work.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll do something better. I'll fix you something now.
Better.
Let go of me.
Get in the kitchen.
No.
Oh, it hurts. Do you want to see what hurts? That's what hurts. That's what hurts. Now get up and clean up this mess. Shut up.
I'll be quiet. Oh, please.
For information, call 1-800-END-ABUSE.
Do you think you have the power to change the world?
I can change the world one child at a time.
I know I can make a difference in those children's lives.
I teach.
I teach.
Yes, they're teachers, but to the kids they reach, they're heroes.
I teach.
Do you have the power to wake up young minds, to be someone's hero? Teach, to make an impact on our future. Call 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. And right now, I believe we're going to... Are we going to take a look at the women? Yes, we are going to take a look at the women's highlights, so we'll go to that.
There we see Trista Bifo. That was a pass from Steph Grow. Nice pass up court to Trista. She finishes off. Remember talking about how she didn't put the ball down on the ground? That looks like Abby Rowe taking it to the hoop.
Yeah, that was
nice
a nice shot, the hand right in her face. Here's an out-of-bounds play, and good penetration there by Abby Rowe, and was able to find the dish.
Steph Grow taking it up hard. No one's going to stop her. Abby Rowe getting stuffed on that one.
But
Braza got the ball back.
Braza's always there on the offensive boards. There's Keely Bowman at the penetration. Nobody's there to stop her or step up for the Wartburg defense.
Nice pass by Bryfoco to Heather Mackey.
And there, Mackey forced the jump ball. Jesse Wagner's able to get a couple.
Nice shot there. Nice turnaround shot.
40 minutes tonight.
We see Coach Barry giving some instructions to her players. Now we're back. Overall, a good second half. We saw BV pull away and get the good win.
Okay, that's going to do it. Wrap up for the women's game. Stay tuned. In a couple minutes, we'll have the preview of the men's game. So after these messages, we'll be back. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Extra, extra, read all about it. You heard right. Subway has 6 mouth-watering sandwiches that are 97% fat-free with fewer than 350 calories. But these sandwiches are 100% filled with fresh baked bread and fresh vegetables such as onions, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, green peppers, and black olives. A work of art. Let a sandwich artist make you a healthy and fresh sandwich from Subway. 1125 North Lake Avenue, Storm Lake.
Don't you love that safe, free feeling you get in a pickup truck, Larry?
Yeah, nothing but you, me, the open road, a deer.
Yeah! A cow! Yeah! An ostrich! The village people! The village people?
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Especially in pickup trucks.
I didn't know the village people were doing a road tour.
We want to see our children succeed. But setting easy goals for our kids creates the toughest obstacle they'll ever face. Because succeeding in the real world isn't easy. Help the effort to raise standards in America's public schools. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
Okay, welcome back to the game. Scott Heinley and Brent Johnson with you for the call of the men's game. And the women won tonight, 14-point winners. Right now, Brent, we're going to take a look at the standings in the men's game before we go to an interview here. The men's atop the conference at 8-1. As you see, William Penn, who is the opponent at our next game, will be televising on Friday, February 21st, is in second place.
We see a logjam there at third place between Simpson, Upper Iowa Central. Upper Iowa, the team we have to go and play tomorrow on the road. Then we see Loris and Luther and Dubuque rounding out the bottom three teams.
The team we beat on Tuesday night, Dubuque, is 0-11, but still they gave us kind of a run for our money there in the first half over at Dubuque. So that's where this, and you're right, Brent, there's a big logjam right there in the middle of the conference. But BV so far ahead. Okay, we're going to go to an interview now with men's assistant, with the assistant track coach, Jared Okander.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this weekend's doubleheader action of BV versus Wartburg. And right now we're talking with assistant track coach Jared Okander. And Jared, first of all, you started the indoor season in the middle of January, and most of your meets have been held at Vermilion, South Dakota, over at that facility. And as we look at the season so far, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses that you can point out to us?
Well, Scott, certainly in terms of depth, I think that we've come a long ways. And any time that you've got more bodies, it's gonna help your workouts, it's gonna help your meets, and it's gonna help you compete a little better against all the other teams. Now, certainly, you know, I think the talent levels there, our competitiveness probably has been lacking in some of the meets, and that's one of the things we're trying to work on a whole lot here in the next couple weeks in workouts, so that when we finally do get to the outdoor season and pick up a few more bodies, you know, we'll be ready to compete with any team in the Iowa Conference.
Oh, that's right. And of course, the outdoor season starts later on in the spring when the weather gets a little bit nicer outside. But as we look in the meantime, next week, or actually this weekend, we're in Vermilion again for that meet. I think that's like the 4th time this year you've been there, if I'm correct. And then as we look at the next week after that, we have the Iowa Conference indoor meet, and that's over in, where's that at?
Well, the Iowa Conference meets in Luther, and not all of the schools participate in that because there are some other meets that some teams choose to travel to. We will be in Vermilion for the 4th time. It's kind of a second home for us. They do have a new track. It's a pretty nice facility. It's a nice surface, and some fast times can be run on there. So hopefully this weekend we can get the job done and set a few school records. And you know, certainly that's kind of what we're gunning for this weekend. after the conference meet, we'll send a few people to the Iowa State meet, so they have a chance to run against some really quality, some Division I, Division II competition, and hopefully then they can qualify for nationals in some of those events. And nationals are going to be held in Wisconsin the weekend following that meet. And so hopefully, I feel pretty positive about the way things have gone so far, and I think that they'll continue to improve as our conditioning improves.
Okay, Ned, and we should mention also that we have a couple of one returning champion in the high jump, and Teresa Breifogel, of course, and Melanie Ewell is an All-American in the long jump as well. And as this time of the season, are you kind of looking to change the lineup up a little bit and to see which areas you can score the most points in at this stage in the year?
Well, this next meet is called the USD Fast Chance meet, and so it's not a scored meet. It's kind of an individual type of thing. However, the weekend following that at conference, of course, we're going to want to score as many points as possible. So we might put some people in some different events and, like you said, shuffle up the lineup just a bit. We do have Teresa Breifogel, who's playing basketball. Once she gets done with basketball, she'll join us in the outdoor season, and she was a national champion last year. We also returned Melanie Ewell in the long jump, and she did a super job, and she's got kind of got some sore legs, so we're kind of nursing some injuries as far as that goes. We also have some other people, members of the 4x4 relay team last year, who are going to be back this year. Three members of that. So if we can, throw one guy in the mix and hopefully qualify in that event again, and hopefully, if we get a few more bodies, we can qualify a few more. Lisa Wrinkle qualified for nationals in a couple events, so hopefully once she gets her back healthy, she'll be ready to get at it again as well.
Okay, Ned, thanks a lot for stopping by, and good luck to you at the Fast Chance Relays on Saturday. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Scott.